Hello, Sens fans. We're live. We're getting ready to vibe. We're getting ready to watch the Go Sens go take on the Columbus Bum Jackets, and we're feeling pretty hyped tonight. Matt, how are you doing, buddy?
The Columbus Bum Jackets.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's a Sens game day, and for the first time in this podcast history, we're able to say the Sens are on the cusp, the precipice, if you will, of clinching a playoff spot this evening against the Columbus Bum Jackets.
Bum
So
Jackets. Thank you.
crazy, absolutely buck wild stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's insane that it took this long to get here, but happy to be here.
And we've got the Brews, of course, Canadian Brews.
Yeah, I have a Portuguese one, so
Son of a bitch. And this one's in Ohio, so I feel like, no pressure. If this was in Ottawa, I would probably be at the game. But
yeah,
we're in Columbus,
fair,
so no.
fair.
And
Hey,
tonight, Montreal's playing Detroit. Detroit loses. Lights
I
out.
don't like either of those teams, so
That's fair. I'm married to a fan of one, so I have I got to be careful with what I say on here.
yeah, that's fair.
Oh, that was a good crack. Nice, nice. Oh, Noodles isn't with the regular squad today.
Yeah, Matt Cullen says there's a secret sauce to the Ottawa Senators, and
You love
I
to hear
tend
that.
to agree.
And the secret sauce is definitely a Canadian beer.
Yep,
Oh man,
Amsterdam
I
Brewing.
think your thing's actually ahead of mine a bit because I just heard the secret sauce comment.
Oh, well, I,
You're gonna be selling, and I'm just gonna be like sitting here idle for 30
yeah,
seconds.
I guess we can't show what we're watching because
No,
we might get taken
but that's
down.
okay. We can get some like stats up here. Like
Yeah.
I can throw up my. Here we go, dude. I'm really amped up.
This guy's amped.
I'm amped. I'm pretty excited. Do you want to make any not bets, but who do you think scores the first goal tonight? Let's go with that one.
Um, so I'm actually going to say that I don't think Zetterlund is going to score the rest of the season.
Okay.
And I actually think he's going to be a beast in the playoffs. He's going to be built for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, somebody else actually had a similar idea to you because on the radio on the drive on my way home from work, that was actually brought up that
Mm,
somebody messaged and were like, "Hey, I don't think Zetterlund has shown like a ton uh, in the regular season, but come playoff time, he might be sick for it."
yeah. Yeah, I agree, obviously. I just see this team kind of hitting another gear. So you asked, who's going to score the first goal tonight? I think it's going to be Jake Sanderson.
Sandy,
Yeah,
yes.
and man, he's been good, eh?
Yeah, he's been solid. I was actually just about to pull up the stats for how the guys are playing the last like 10 games.
Yeah.
Sanderson's been a monster for them. I mean, yeah, he's got 5 points in his last 5 games. I was gonna look at longer than that, see what his last 10 are, but no, he's been killing it. So let me see here. So yeah, in his last I put 11 games. Rip.
That's crazy.
Man, dude,
Goddamn moron.
math's tough. Damn, dude, you don't have to be so harsh.
Damn,
He's got,
dude.
he's got 8 points in his last 10 games.
Yeah, he's
Killing it.
cooking.
19 blocks. The nice thing is his goals. 3 of the 4 of the goals he scored in the last 10 games have been at even strength. So
Yeah,
that's really huge for the Sens because, as we know, Sens at even strength not the best. So
haven't quite been cooking.
no, for sure. So no, it'll be good. Hopefully he gets a goal then. Yeah, first. So if you're taking him to score the first goal, man, tough. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with someone who's maybe not under the radar, but I'm gonna go with someone like Amadio. I
I
think I
like it.
think Amadio could get in there, get a gritty goal. That third line's been kicking ass. Ridley Gregg's been great. Shane Pinto, of course. I think that's a really good third line that Steos has put together. I know I'm technically, I guess it's Travis Green, but Steos gives Green the players to work with, and I think Green's and Steos both have like combined put together a really solid third line. And yeah, like you can play those guys against any team's top line and feel comfortable with them defending a lead, defending against possible first round matchups that the Sens will have, playing against like Austin Matthews, or maybe Braden Point, Kucherov, you know, maybe Matthew Kachuk or Barkov. So it'll be really interesting to see how they're deployed come playoffs. But dude, I can't believe we're even seriously talking about the playoffs. This is nuts. I'm like so amped.
I mean, like, let's be real. You and I both picked them to make the playoffs, right? So I'm not
That is
sure
true.
I'm necessarily shocked, but I'm definitely stoked. I'm really, really happy and excited that they're actually here because, man, oh man, it's been a long journey.
It's been a ride.
We've had Kyle Bukauskas on, who basically told us that we were silly and that it wasn't happening. But Elliot Friedman, his podcast partner, did say that we're going to do it. So,
and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And thanks, Oakley, for tuning in. What's up? We're getting hyped. We're getting ready.
Yeah,
dude. It feels like one of those games where I don't know. It could go like one of either way. Like Columbus could either come out firing and really show that they want to try and beat the Habs out for that second wildcard spot, or they could just completely collapse because they've really been struggling down the stretch. And
yeah, the
used to be a
4
team
wins in 16 games.
Yeah, it's been a tough slide for them. So
yeah, and I've got a stat here. Speaking of slides, Tim Stützle 1 goal in the last 16 games.
yeah.
God damn it, this guy pisses me off sometimes.
He's like the best player for the Sens almost any given night.
Yeah.
And he's not shooting the puck, and that's
I know what he's doing. Like, he wants to get Zetterlund a goal, and like I think that's cool. I respect that. But holy Moses, brother, just shoot a goddamn puck at a net. Please.
Come on, that's not how you win games.
Tabernouche.
He's been, I think he knows he needs to shoot more. He even said it to the media. Oakley, it's been a long season. Finally gets down to this clinching spot. Yes, Oakley.
I'm clinching right now, actually. So
okay. Happy for you.
Thanks.
All right, we're underway here. Dude, I didn't even see who were they starting Merzlikins in net tonight for Columbus?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, did the game just start for you?
I'm at 19:20.
Okay, I'm at 18:58. So this is going to be interesting.
I'll be at 20 seconds. Almost.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, maybe just refresh.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's Bell for you. Bell giveth. What do they give? I guess a hockey game.
Yep, Bell giveth a hockey game and also taketh away.
Yeah, and taketh away your money as well.
Yep,
very kind of them. And man, these beers are great because they got an extra 20%.
Yes, dude.
20% can.
Those are basically like a golf course cheat code. No, like, and you get them, and they're basically the same cost as many of the other beers on offer, but there's 20% more of it, And
That is
that
accurate.
that to me is a win in and of itself.
Valid. You know what? Totally can't fault you on that one.
Yeah.
I will say, speaking of huge, this is a terrible segue.
Yeah,
Speaking of
I'm good.
huge
I can
duds,
feel it.
my dad, he got us a couple tickets to go see Sens Habs on Friday.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now I'm on the hook for parking and beer, but you know what? Can't complain.
Yeah. I mean, you can easily make up that money very fast with beer at the CPC. So,
Yeah. All right, who do we got out here right now? Got the fourth line, the God line.
I'm at 17-13.
Okay. Yeah, you're about 20 seconds ahead of me. It's fine
Okay.
though.
I will
It's all
I don't
good.
know. I don't know
Just
what I'll do. Maybe you know what? I'll pause it.
There you go. And then we can both be delayed together. Oof.
Yeah. Just let me know when it hits 16:59.
All right. That's about 10 seconds from now. You know what? I was telling a guy today about the cannons that Columbus fires. We got to talk about the cannon. You can hit play there, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was telling him about how the Columbus Blue Jackets fire a cannon when they score a goal.
Crazy.
And he thought that was wild. He's like, Americans, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
And
if
it was
were me,
was it Doug McLean's idea?
I don't know whose idea it was. I mean, I like the cannon personally. I think it's
I think
kinda
it's
dope.
cool.
I hope it doesn't go off tonight.
Yeah, same.
I hope the gunpowder is wet.
Yeah. Apparently tickets were dirt cheap tonight. There were, I want to say 200 level tickets available in Columbus for $4.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They're in a playoff push. Like, well,
That's
not
wild.
really, but
They're on the outside looking in, but I get what you're saying. Like there is an outside chance that they could make the playoffs. It's unlikely, but
yeah, like a miracle would need to happen, I think,
yeah.
or a devastating collapse,
Yeah.
both
I mean, I
of
would have
which would
loved
be
it.
welcomed.
I would have loved it for them.
Yeah,
but
me too. Like, what a story, you know?
yeah. No, they put up a really good effort this season. It's too bad that it's likely gonna fall short, but hey,
Yep.
respect the
Yep.
hustle.
Mhm.
This is definitely a bigger step forward than I think people thought Columbus would have the season.
Ooh, Dylan Cousins, nice shot.
Dude, I want to see Cousins shoot more. He
I
can
want to
whip.
see that. He's got a wicked shot.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
they're
there's the
showing the
cannon.
cannon. They're showing the cannon.
Hell yeah. It's cannon time,
Oh,
baby.
no letdowns. That is hilarious. They know us too well.
Yeah.
Good job, TSN.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I've got a query for you.
Okay.
In the next 3 years,
Okay.
who do you think is the better player on the Ottawa Senators? Jake Sanderson or Tim Stützle?
The better player.
Yeah.
And
you can look at that, like, I obviously don't think Sanderson would ever beat Stützle in point totals, but I just mean like overall impact and all that.
Yeah, I totally understand. I mean, I think without a doubt, Sens fans would say that Jake Sanderson has been I would say in the second half of the season, he's been Ottawa's best defenseman overall. I would say in the first half of the season, he was, struggling a little more. And, oh man, pressure from Columbus here.
Yeah. They're
Not like
dancing.
this. Oh, but
somebody
the
biffed
Blue
it.
Jackets Blue Jacketed it.
Damn.
But anyway, yeah. So for me, like that's tough. I think Jake Sanderson probably will have a bigger impact only because you have 6 defensemen on the ice. He's going to be your best defenseman.
Yeah.
But that's hard. Like, I'm so glad the Sens didn't draft Drysdale.
Oh my God, right?
I was a Sanderson truther back then. I thought 5 was a little high, but I was a Sanderson truther, and for him to like come out and just Ooh.
Nice.
Hey, you know what?
He did it.
He shot it.
Let's
He
go.
shot the puck. First shot of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
Let's
it.
take it. Yep. By the way, I had a rough supper tonight.
Oh, no. Tell me
wasn't
about it.
Usually the meal kits that I choose.
Oh,
are
what?
great.
Who do you go with?
You got to swap between them to get the best deals. But right now we've been riding HelloFresh.
Ah, we're a chef's plate household.
Yeah, Chef's Plate better prices, but they had less variety. And my wife is a pescatarian. Oh my God, the double Dion.
The double D.
I guess it was more of a single Dion. But
Yeah,
he took out himself.
100%.
So. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, I've seen enough.
Yeah, I'm out. Have a good one, everybody.
That's it, everybody. 16 minutes in the stream. Shut it down.
Yeah, that was 100% Forsberg's fault. Travis Hamonic to blame. Fourth line out there.
Can we talk about the calamity of errors that just happened?
Yeah, that was horrendous.
Crookshank basically has eclipsed his teammate.
Yeah.
And then
Matt and Paolo gets beat on the outside.
But he throws the puck off of Gaudette.
Yeah.
Then he gets beat.
Yeah.
And then just nobody tracks.
Yeah.
Dude coming down the middle.
Yeah. That fourth line, I tell you,
tough
we can have a little dialogue on this. Fourth line, don't love it.
Yeah, they haven't been vibing. Or jiving. Jiving's the right word.
Both.
The fourth line. Was that a penalty?
No.
Oh, I thought he was pointing at the guy sending him to the box.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. R.I.P. Greg Millen.
Yeah, R.I.P. Greg Millen. Ian Mendes had some good words, kind words to say about him. Dude, he's played for a lot of teams.
Yeah, and he wasn't old.
Yes.
Kind of distressing. I hate that. I hate seeing that.
Yeah.
But
interesting the evolution of goalie pads though.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Thank God they're what they are now. I played hockey last night.
Yeah.
And we beat the other team 10-3.
Were you in net?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's how you do it. Great betting ads, my favorite.
Yeah. That's why we became fan owned and engaged once again. Couldn't agree with the bets.
We were always fan owned. What the heck? No, I was gonna say though, that fourth line, it's for me, I think you need to. I've liked some of the things Highmore's done, but it feels like lately he's just getting outplayed. But he's riding that high of being he's almost like what Tom Pyatt was to Guy Boucher. That's how it feels to me right now. Like even Hamonic of all players got scratched.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're right there. I think Highmore's more or less a detriment, but he plays so little. I also think Gaudette before scoring the other game was just as bad. I felt like, in the immortal words of one of my buddies, Boyan, he was just cardio manning. Yeah, and it was pretty brutal. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that Gaudette has going for him is that wrist shot.
Yeah. It was a power play, so.
Yeah. See, I saw him point to a guy and send him off.
You were correct.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah.
I'm getting Steam notifications. I better exit out of Steam.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like this is Ridley Gregg on Power Play 1.
Yeah, he's been on it for a couple games now.
Oh, okay, so I am just
he took
watching.
Yeah, he took Brady's spot.
That makes sense. Yeah. Also, Brady. When is Brady coming back? Do you think they'll rest him up for the playoffs?
If they clinch tonight, I would just rest him the rest of rest
Yeah.
of the go. Maybe play him in the last game if he's ready to go.
Yeah, if he's 100%. The last game they play is at home against Carolina.
What a shot by
Drake.
Bath.
Drake.
The Drake.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
The hustle from Greg. You'll love to see
Yeah.
it. Breaks that play up.
Yeah, I think you probably give your guys 1 or 2 more games. But anybody who's kind of hurt and battered, let him sit.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I agree. Oh man, this has been a tough little power play here.
I feel like all of them are recently.
Yeah, they've definitely been a bit tough to watch. That's for sure. Well, sometimes it do be like that.
It do.
I love how there's still a couple people who reacted to that Columbus goal saying that if the Sens don't make the playoffs, this will be the most Sens thing ever. And it's like, okay, if the Sens don't make the playoffs, something much worse than 1 goal against versus Columbus has happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
That was looking good.
And that's why Gadet is the best player on the team.
Zoinks.
Oh boy. Puck's really bouncing on him.
I got one of my former coworkers listening to this pod, so thanks, Adam. He's been a staunch supporter of the Senstennial Podcast recently, so
you'll love to see it.
Yeah, love to see it.
Thanks to Adam. Oh, Zetterlund with another nice shot there, dude. One of these has got to go in for him.
Nope.
No, not that one though. But one...
Nope, never. It's never happening.
Oh my god. All right, well they get a face-off up a man, so let's see what happens here. Oh man, Zetterlund's got to be kicking himself. I swear he has a good opportunity almost every single game to score. Don't even think it's his fault. Like, there was somebody on the radio after the Sens won, maybe against Tampa, and they were saying how they hadn't seen really much from Zetterlund and that they would just let him walk in the offseason. I was like, damn.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And this is why, like, most people who call in on TSN 1200 aren't the guys I would want helming the GM chair.
No, I love some of the armchair GMs. It's like you could get worse than Pierre Dorion.
Yeah. Like, the Sens on their team currently have had, 6 20-goal scorers, and one of them is Zetterlund.
Yep.
And he can do it again this year.
And let's not forget,
doubtful if he gets cooking again, then great. But like, you don't let that kind of player walk. Now,
especially he's only 25.
Yeah, exactly. He's got hustle. Like, he hits. He's the kind of player that, and Steve Stais worked so hard to get him.
Yeah. And I mean, to the credit of TSN 1200, after that caller called in and was like, kind of not dumping on Zetterlund, but just saying they didn't see much from him, they absolutely refuted that. They're like,
yeah,
no. Maybe it wasn't his best game the other night when that caller called in, but they were like, Zetterlund has been solid. And I think you can see it, right? Like, and it's not lack of effort or anything. I didn't expect him to have no goals this many games after the trade deadline. I thought it may take a few, but especially when they put him on the 4th line to start. But I don't even know if this is bad luck at this point. I don't know. Somebody must have a voodoo doll that they've stabbed.
Yeah.
Something for Zetterlund. But, I think playing with Stützle, that'll help. Although Stützle also needs to just shoot the puck more, but I think we saw him. He got the first shot of the game tonight. He's just got to keep firing those.
Yeah.
He had 39 goals 2 seasons ago, so obviously he can do it.
He knows how to score, but,
You'd think, right? Oh my god, dude.
Do
You
you
know,
ever peruse Reddit and
uh,
NHL Circle Jerk comes on?
sometimes, yeah, I see that pop up. Why?
Oh, I just saw
It's been the latest and greatest.
apparently Gord Miller is considered our like main play-by-play announcer.
Yeah, I have seen that
And
around, but
yeah, I mean it's completely sick. And he is like it's just the tier list of the best NHL commentators. And the Sens are listed in the top because
damn straight.
he's sick. The
I
Habs,
love seeing
Brian
Sens
Mudryk
playoff
is in the
highlights.
bottom. So
I've seen people talking crap about Matt Cullen on the Sens Reddit.
damn.
That's a tough look.
Yeah. Seems like a nice guy.
I also think people are just way too critical.
I
All
agree.
right, let's see if the Sens can build off that rough power play and hopefully score a tying goal here. And
That'd
it's
be
not going to
nice.
come off failed 3-on-2 rushes.
No.
Oh my
Or
gosh,
putting it off your teammate's ankle.
which has now happened twice in this
Yeah.
period alone. Which, jeez, man, it's all right. I believe. I mean, David Perron was talking to Gord Wilson earlier, and he said he knew like this is a big game. Everyone's getting fired up, but they know what this game means, and I don't think you want to leave it up to other clubs to help you clinch tonight. I think the Sens
Yeah.
want to take this one, right?
Yeah.
Especially because if they clinch tonight and they don't win this game, that means that the Habs are even closer to catching up with them. So
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
hell yeah, I respect that.
Hell yeah.
So who is one Sens player who you think has been good but has flown under the radar a bit this season? Or maybe let's narrow it down. It doesn't have to be this season. It could be the down the home stretch of the season.
I've really liked Matt and Paolo's game.
Good choice. Can't
Yeah,
fault you there.
I think he's just one of those players that plays his game, doesn't try to do anything too spectacular. There are times when he'll go on a rush. You're like, who is that? And it's Matt and Paolo just dangling everybody. And obviously, you'd love to see that because he seems like a really nice guy. He did an interview after the last game and just seemed very well articulated and had great answers. So big Matt and Paolo fan. I think his impact as a third pairing defenseman can't go understated. And like I definitely see him being in the conversation for a third pairing spot, barring Steos going out and getting an upgrade on in the top four.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, like you said, at the beginning of that about him and jumping up in the rush. I mean, he got a goal the other night because of that. Like he jumped
Yeah,
up in the play,
yeah,
made sure to get himself into a spot where he'd be able to cash in if the puck came to him, and it did. So hopefully he can recreate some of that energy again tonight.
yeah. Well, it's just like it's simply not quite like a few games ago when we played Buffalo and Tage Thompson right in the slot and Travis Hamonic either could have played the puck or the man and just decided to lie down.
Yeah.
You just don't see that level of defending on this winning club recently, which is good.
Yeah. Well, for my player of the second half of the
Yeah,
season Sens.
don't get cooking now.
At first I wasn't quite sure who I was gonna say, but I think, and I didn't expect to be saying this pre-trade deadline. But I think the best player for the well, sorry, not best, but one of the better players in the second. Oh God. In the home stretch of the season has been David Perron.
Yeah.
He's really impressed me. He's gone a little quiet on the point scoring front in the last couple games, but that's totally fine. He's not a guy who you expect to chip in every game, but I think you see his physicality along the boards. He's been great. You see, the ability for him to get some nice scoring opportunities, some passing. I think he's been a really big part of this team, and especially of that Batherson Cousins line. He's been like a really solid fit with those two guys. So, no, I've really liked what I've seen from him after the trade deadline. Seems like the refs are letting them play a little bit here.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
And
a note.
actually, to your point, Perron scored against Columbus last game, so I think
Oh,
he's
he
ready
did.
to
Okay.
heat up.
So maybe I totally forgot that. For
Yeah.
whatever reason, I thought maybe the last couple games he hadn't. But
No, he wasn't doing too hot the past couple games before that. But yeah, no, he figured it out.
yeah. I mean, hey, hopefully he can keep it up. I want to see him get hot in the playoffs.
Yeah. His career is wild. He went from the Blues to the Oilers to the Penguins to the Ducks to the Blues to the Knights to the Blues to the Red Wings and then finally to the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, 3 times on the Blues. That's nuts.
They really liked themselves their Perron, I guess.
Apparently, jeez Louise.
Oh man, you missed a chance to say a Perron Lee. Come on, dude. What do we pay you for on the show?
Nothing.
Oh, man. Valid. That's a good point. Hey, none of us get paid, man. I'm reading a thread right now on Reddit about people asking about the best spot to grab food at the CTC. So let's maybe talk about that. What a great commercial break topic.
What's the best
favorite
place
food item or favorite food item? What do you
at
think?
the CTC?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I have not eaten at the CTC in a long time.
Okay, well, if you were to grab a bite to eat at the game, where would you go?
I feel like they've got like a sick chicken place now, right?
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's on the 300 level concourse.
Yeah, I would say probably there.
They've got chicken burger. They got chicken tendies.
I like a chicken tendy.
I don't actually think I've ordered from there yet. Might have to. I don't know. Maybe the last home game of the season, I'll grab something there.
You do that.
I will. Thanks. All right, we're back in on the action here. We got 5 minutes to go in the first. The Sens are letting Columbus outplay them, which is classic.
I mean, shots are 8-6.
Oh,
so it's not too
if
bad.
Zetterlund had one more step there, I think he scores that. But we'll never know.
Yeah.
We'll never know. I like that pass too. That stop up pass. That was kind of nice. Man, it's not for lack of trying. I don't know. Maybe Zetterlund's in form, dude. I don't know. Tonight, I'm feeling it.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
He's shown me enough in this first period that I think he's switched on tonight. Not that he's not other nights, but like today, I think he's dialed in. I think he's gonna get one. I would rather it be at home, but at this point, you take what you can get.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm fully in agreement there. It's you just take what you can get and hope for the best.
All right. So the Cousins line is out there now. Let's see if they can generate something here in the offensive zone. Okay, and as I pump Perron's tires, he coughs up the puck. Perron, my guy, come on! I just pumped you up for at least 2 minutes. I also wonder if the Sens clinch if they start resting up Jensen.
That's who else I was thinking they rest. I could see them resting Timmy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's even Cousins. When they had the season ticket holder, what do you call it, player of the game that they showed on the Jumbotron last game I was at, it was Cousins, or maybe it was the time before, but anyway, one of the last couple of games. And when he went to, sign something or whatever, you could see his left arm was kind of bandaged up, but you could just see like his hand and wrist. And I was wondering if he was maybe nursing something as well, because as everyone knows, he's slowed down after the first 10-ish games that he was with the team
Yeah.
after the trade, and I'm wondering if he's also nursing something.
Yeah. I think there's probably quite a few people that are nursing something. And the Sens have never really had the opportunity to rest people before going into meaningful games. So
No, they haven't been able to pull a Florida Panthers. Just let half the team sit.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Clev train. Ooh, that was a weird deflection. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. You can just see that developing. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, Clev. That's so funny. That guy doing a little fist
I
pump
know.
after firing the cannon. Dude, that's brutal. I was hoping that if the Sens were going to go into the locker room after the first, it would be 1-0 worse. Oh, man. Clevin just... Or it wasn't even Clevin. It was Matt Powell, actually, who dropped. That's rough.
Yeah. Then Clevin misses his check there.
Yeah.
Don't play that with a high stick.
No.
Just grab it with your hand.
Yeah.
And now they are -2.
Yeah, down 2-0.
Yeah.
Beck says, you got to stop saying nice things about people. Fine, Bex. You know what? This player that I'm looking at on the screen that you can't see right now, they're trash.
It was very confusing. That's what I call my fiance. I was like, what?
I actually might be talking to your fiance right now.
That's not how it's spelled. I was like, hey, hold on a second.
Oh, man. All right, good. We've got the Highmore line on right after a goal against. They'll help us out. Salty Matt has shown up.
Yeah.
Was live streaming this the worst decision of 2025?
It's true.
Oh, Corrales on the Blue Jackets? I did not realize he had gone there. Not that you're not lovely, but we're in fact not engaged to be wed. Oh, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
There could be more than one Beck in this world, or Becks.
Yeah, it's Becks. I've been perusing Reddit, and the Sabres made a nice Reddit post about how Ottawa fans still think they won the trade, and yeah, I just like I don't know what you guys want. Like, he's been productive.
Really yeah. Oh, shabby. Anthony says, Sens will come back, boys. Don't worry. You know what, Anthony?
I like it.
I like that energy.
Yep.
You're going to be our...
I say 4Z.
Oh, God. I think he needed that one. Last night I checked, Norris is still injured. Yeah, I was going to say...
Yeah. They said people arguing that Norris is injured don't understand we won the trade just from addition by subtraction. Also, we got Docker. I can't believe they call him Docker.
Yeah, I know. That's got to be scrapped right away. I don't like that. You got to call him JBD.
Yep.
The worst I would accept is like JBeebs D, you know? I'll log off. I'll leave you to it.
That's a huge save by Forsey.
Oh, man. I'm not liking this. The Sens are just like trying to tank for fun. And we're getting a penalty. Sick. Go Sens, go, baby. Alex says, do we have the odds of Travis Hamonic winning? God damn it, Alex.
I don't
would
know
you
who
do
this Alex fella is, but I don't like him or them.
Would it hurt your feelings if I told you that they are in fact my brother-in-law?
And I don't think it would hurt my feelings.
Oh man, Travis Hamonic, dude. You know what, Travis Hamonic? He's definitely the odds-on favorite.
Pass.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like favorite to win the Norris, the Conn Smythe. What was the penalty there? Slashing. Man, Matt and Paolo not really having a great night to start off here, eh? Can we talk about the fact that Jack Johnson seems to never retire? Every time I think this guy's time in the league is done, he's out there. He's still on a team. Oh my god. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
Then sneeze
But
away.
It's not happening. I hate that. Anthony, what was the other thing? The boys want to clinch at home. Yeah, you know what? We might be taking an L here live streaming this.
Yep.
But when do the Sens play next? Do they play Thursday or is it not till Friday?
I think it's Friday, yeah.
Because if it's Friday, I'll be there.
That's huge.
What if maybe if I don't look at the screen, then nothing bad will happen. You are right. So it is Friday, their next game.
Nice.
And with 2 minutes left in the first period in the Wings Habs game, the Wings are up 1-0. But going back to the whole, we have to talk about this a little more. Going back to the whole Josh Norris, Dylan Cousins thing.
Yeah.
I like Josh Norris. I think he's a great player. But to claim you've won a trade when the main player in that trade has not played for what? How many games? 12 plus games? Like this is tough sell. Tough sell.
I will stand on the business of what I said when we made the deal and we did our reaction. Norris isn't a play driver, and he never will be. And he knows how to score goals, and he's very good at it. But he's not a play driver, and I've watched him several seasons, and I'm a big Norris fan. I was one of the guys pulling for him the most. But I think this is a win for both teams. I look at it as I hope Norris is successful in Buffalo, but I also hope Dylan Cousins is successful in Ottawa. So I don't know. I think Sabres fans are in a tough spot right now because their team sucks. And then their team gets really good when it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so then you have, these hot winning streaks at the tail end of a season, and it doesn't equate into anything. So I feel for Sabres fans. I feel like their negativity about this Dylan Cousins thing might be, a lot of people were, kind of against this post that I'm seeing, but yeah, I feel for Sabres fans, but the Sabres culture is broken, and it's tough.
Panzer Wolf says, we can relate with Sabres fans. Sens have done that so many times, getting hot when it doesn't matter. Yeah, you raise a good point here. The Ottawa Senators have definitely had a few seasons where they've, I'd say, maybe not tanked. No, that's not being the right word. But their draft stock, they haven't done any favors because they've gone on 5-game winning streaks to end a season. Or you look, and this goes all the way back to look at the 2014 season. Ottawa acquired Alish Hemsky a little too late. and he could have helped them make the playoffs. But the Sens end up going on a bit of a win streak at the end of the season, but not good enough to make the playoffs, and they take themselves out of contention for a top draft pick. Even 2015, and this is a really hot take. I don't know if people are ready for the spice of this take, but in 2015, when Andrew was getting hot, I was of the opinion that the Sens should trade Hammond at the deadline, and that was for the sole reason that I thought the Sens should be in on Connor McDavid. And was the Hamburglar run fantastic? Hell yeah, I like love the Hamburglar run in hindsight, but Sens with Connor McDavid. Wouldn't have complained about that, but yeah, I think as Sens fans, we can definitely relate with the Sabres and getting hot at points in the season when you don't want to be, and that's at the end when you end up ruining your draft stock. Chris also chimed in. Did these Sens players have what it takes to respond second, take over the game? I guess we'll see. Matt and I were talking about how the Sens have looked like they've been nursing some injuries and whatnot, so we shall see. But I mean, like, yeah, the talent is there. They're a better team than Columbus. That's why they're 11 points or more, I think, actually, like 12, 13 points ahead of Columbus in the standings. They're a more talented team. It's not Allmark that's starting tonight, so you don't have your best goaltender in there. But Forsberg, he's had an above 900 save percentage this year, which it's been a few seasons since he's had that on with the Sens. So I hope they have what it takes to come back in the second period here. And Matt, maybe you want to chime in what you're thinking about the club and whether they can come back here in the second.
Hope so. I mean, yeah, it's
tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, I think the fellas came out. I don't think they got outplayed, but their offensive chances weren't as stellar, and then mistakes ended up in the back of their net. Yeah, I think one of the things that I don't love about Travis Green's system is his over reliance on keeping equality throughout his lines and his pairings, specifically defense. I don't think Tyler Kleven and Jake Sanderson should play nearly the same amount of minutes, and they play almost close to the same amount. And
yeah,
I don't agree with that. Jake Sanderson's a workhorse. Thomas Chabot is a workhorse. Play those guys. Tyler Kleven on that second goal, I'm not sure what he was doing. Why are you using your stick that is about this big? That's how big a player blade is to hit down a puck. Just use your hand. Do you know how easy it is to grab something? Very. And he's another guy that really frustrates me, and we'll see where he goes. Do I think the Sens have a chance to respond and take over the game? Yeah, I do. I think their team is much better than the Blue Jackets. I think their best players are much better than the Blue Jackets' best players, so we just need to see that.
Yeah, I mean, can't disagree there. I think the biggest thing that the Sens have is really their defense in comparison to Columbus's, and Columbus's hasn't necessarily been terrible, but I think Ottawa's has just been very steady, and Forsberg maybe not having the best start to a game. I don't think necessarily either goal was solely on him. Like that first one, he screened a bit, broken play where the defense just kind of didn't do themselves any favors. And so it is kind of funny that I'm now saying that the defense for the Sens is their strength over Columbus, but I guess when I'm saying that, I'm talking Sanderson, Chabot especially, right? Those two guys at any point in time can get you back in the game, especially like Zubin and even Jensen. Like he struggled a bit, and he's not 100%. But Zub is another guy who I think down the stretch here has been pretty solid defensively, and you just haven't really noticed him a lot. I know at home games he's been getting a lot of Zub chance, but with I'm just seeing the highlight of when the Wings were playing the Habs a year ago when they just missed out on the playoffs. That auto popped up on Reddit for me. So I got a little distracted there. But yeah, um, I think they have the skill. Like they've shown this year that they don't just give up on games too.
Yep.
You look at the game against was it the I believe it was
Boston and
Washington.
the
Yeah,
Rangers
Boston.
and Washington.
Yes, it was the Rangers is the one I was thinking of. And that was the one where they were down 3-0 and they ended up
Yep.
coming back. And so they have it in them. Actually,
Yep.
Victoria chimes in. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Sorry, Chris. Victoria says, I think they've earned some trust around comeback the second versus Sens teams have had. Now, that is very true. And I think that's one big thing that we've seen with the Travis Green Senators this season is whatever it is, they've gotten over that mental hurdle of being scared or just like completely collapsing when the game is, they're a goal or two behind. And I don't know if you feel the same way, but this season it just feels like I don't have the statistics, but I'd love to see what it is now with when they're down by a goal or two this season versus last season.
Yeah, I mean they've come back quite a bit, and it just feels as though they are more equipped to do it, and their big boys know how to get it done. The only issue is the driving force on a lot of those comebacks was Brady, and now Brady's out, so we'll have to see if this team has the maturity to kind of bounce back and see how they look in this second period. But I feel like a guy like Tim Stützle, we need more from him. So yeah, I'm getting a call, so I'm going to stop my camera and mute myself. But you go
I
off.
want to join in. This
Yeah.
is a YouTube live. Okay. But yeah, thanks, Matt. This guy bailing out on me. How could he do such a thing? Yeah, no. All I was gonna say on that, yeah, Tim Stützle I'd like to see more, but at the same time, I think there were long stretches in the season when the Sens weren't doing well, where Tim Stützle, stood up, kind of took games over. I would say Brady Tkachuk not having him is really tough. Obviously, that's a guy who, like Matt was saying, is able to come in and really lead a comeback. And it's actually surprising to me that the Sens have been able to play so well against Tampa and Florida while Brady's been out. And I think that just bodes well for them when Brady gets back into the lineup because that's almost like not a trade deadline edition, but that's like your playoff edition, right? You're essentially not pulling a Vegas because Brady's not on LTIR, but it's very similar where, you have a guy who's a very key component to your team not in the lineup right now, and the Suns will get to activate him. Hopefully, I imagine game one of the playoffs. So, very exciting for that, and we're not too far away. Regular season ends in less than 10 days, so it's almost there. Sens either need to step it up tonight so they can clinch, or I don't like relying on the Habs, but if the Habs win tonight, Detroit's up 1-0 at the end of the first right now. Sens are in. So riding out, hoping for the best. We'll see where it goes. I just checked the Reddit game thread, and I feel bad for Matt Cullen. There's some harsh words in there for him, but I don't know. I don't think Matt Cullen deserves the hate. I don't know what the viewers out there think at home, but I think he's fine. I know Kenzie Lalonde can sometimes get some hate on there too, but unfortunately, I think that's for other reasons. Now, the other problem is you can tell Detroit really wants to go for that Habs playoff spot right now, that wild card 2. They are outshooting the Habs 22-5 after the first, which is insanity. Montembeault is going to get an in-game award for the Vezina if he can keep that up. Now, one other topic I wanted to talk about is the return of Nick Cousins. So when Nick Cousins comes back into the lineup, do we think that Matt Highmore is going to be taken out of the lineup? Or is Gaudette going to be taken out of the lineup? Or another player? I personally think, obviously Crookshank But to me, I would like to see Crookshank more. I think he's had some good offensive looks, and putting him on a line with Nick Cousins and Gadet, I think that there's possibility that fourth line could get some offensive stuff too going in the playoffs and still be defensively responsible. But that'll be interesting to watch too. What choices Travis Green makes when it comes to the playoff lineup, because like I was saying earlier, Highmore's almost become like the Tom Pyatt of the Sens, the current roster Sens. And, Tom Pyatt was loved by Guy Boucher. And hey, to his credit, he wasn't terrible when it came to the playoffs. He had a lot of experience. Yeah, Nick saying keep Crookshank over Highmore. I would like to see that as well. It's tough. Like I think there's some times where you see Highmore and you're like, okay, that's the player who earned a role with the Sens this season. And then there's other plays from Highmore that you're just like, oh man, why? Why? So yeah, it's a double-edged sword with Highmore. Like I remember when he got that chop, the two-handed chop where he stopped the puck from going in. And hey, everyone, including myself, we were going nuts at that. That was sick. But at the same time, it's like how many of those chances that does he generate against the Sens a game that leads to a goal rather than him making a sick karate chop save. So that is something that uh, will be tough if he's still in the lineup over a guy like Crookshank. But when it comes to playoffs, coaches lean on their guys even more so than the regular season. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I don't know. Now, how many Sens flags have people seen out on the streets so far in Ottawa? I need to pick one up. I've only got the 3D Sens flags. I'm seeing somebody post about it on Reddit here. I need to start flying my a 2D one. So if they're at the Sens store, I'm picking one up next game. Never had a flag on the car. Got my car like 3 years ago and haven't been able to put a Sens flag on it. It's been some tough stretches. Even the podcast, we started the podcast back in 2020. No Sens flags. Very sad. Awkward, silent beer drink. Got a nice Canadian brew. I don't know if anybody's tried this Amsterdam Blonde Lager. It's great. It's actually a Canadian company, despite being saying Amsterdam Blonde. It's just the kind of beer it is, not where it's from. And we're buying Canadian right now. Not that I would normally buy American beers anyway, but even more reason to not buy them. All right. Second period must be starting soon. And I just realized the Jays game is on as well tonight. But can't go to that. I got to be faithful to Ottawa and only Ottawa right now. It's not baseball season till hockey season's over. And finally, it ain't over for the Sens. Panzerwolf, is it finally time for Zaire score tonight? He keeps saying, yeah, you know what? Oh, looks like the second period started up. Hell yeah. Um, I just need to take a breath there. I'm like out of breath already. Whew, it's already been an hour on the live stream. It's getting hot in my office here. Whew. But yeah, no, I agree. All that to say, I was saying in the first period, Zetterlund looked really good. He had a couple of decent looks. Oh, excuse me. He had a couple of decent looks. I don't know, man. I could see it. I could see it, Panzerwolf. I'm really hoping. You know what? Like I said, would love to see Zetterlund get a goal at home, his first goal with the Sens. But at the same time, I think if you're him, you just want to get a goal anywhere and get going because he has a nice wrist shot. I I think he tries to use it quite a bit, honestly. He seems like one of those guys, one of the only guys on the team actually, who has a shoot first mentality, which I love. I'm really glad that he has that mentality. He's just, there's high danger chances that he's just not burying, he's getting close, or, some of his chances, I think he's just trying to get the puck on the net, hope for some kind of lucky goal. So, I don't know. I think we could see something tonight here. But for right now, Sens have to kill off this penalty that they took late in the first period. Matt Paolo not having a great night as he is in the box serving this one. So we're in full screen of me because Matt is taking a call. Bush League stuff. And just a heads up, watching this on Bell, SMH, I know, but the stream is slightly behind. So, Matt is back.
Yep, I have made my triumphant return.
Dude, I was running out of breath. You're saving me here.
All right, where are you on the stream?
1910.
Okay, let's take a look. I'm at 1903, so it's
same.
Roughly the same.
Damn, Marchenko has some flow.
Yeah.
He's got long hair.
Yeah.
Holy.
And he's got some silky mitts.
Mm-hmm. You just missed it. I was talking about Zetterlund again. Panzer. It's finally time for Zetter to score, and I was in agreement. So.
Well, I hope so too. All
right. Hopefully Sens can finish off this kill. Yep, clear the puck. Sweet. Now let's get a counter offensive going. Let's build some momentum. I like how they called it a wild shot, but it's just a shot that was deflected up.
Yeah.
There's anything wild about it.
Interesting. I think Green has switched up the lines.
Yeah, it does look that way. I mean,
I think I'm seeing Cousins, Zetterlund, and Amadio.
Yeah, yeah, changing things up. I mean, they didn't have the best first period, so I'll take whatever to get them going, man. Oh, come on, Cousins! I want Cousins coast to coast goal here.
That'd be nice.
I'll take anything. Oh, okay. I will take anything but like an icing. Oh man. You know what? I was looking at the Sens auction that they had up.
Yeah.
Weekend. Not the current one that has like hats and stuff, but they had one up on the weekend, and I don't know if it was season ticket holder specific. I could be wrong. Maybe they did announce on their social media accounts, but it had a Craig Anderson signed blocker. Yep. It was a nice looking blocker.
Yeah, it was a genetic 4.
Oh wow! I'm glad you know the specifics. Yep. I just thought it looked sweet, but I also was about to bet like $350 on it because that's a lot of pesos, you know.
Yeah, when I last saw it, I was at like 5 something. So, and that's a lot to pay for a Sens blocker.
Hey man,
Perron and Stützle are together now.
Interesting. I still see Amadio out there, but maybe he's going for a change.
I think I am ahead of you still.
Potentially. I'm at 1743.
Oh, I am 1720.
Yeah, okay, that's probably why.
So, I'll wait.
It's all good. You know.
All right, well, we'll just have some
nice
delayed
chance there. Zoob. My boy Zoob. Doing what he can out there. Also, I've seen some commentary about Timmy Stu lately. Talking about how he has struggle to get things going. Okay, sorry, I had to watch, make sure that wasn't going in. That was a trickler. Sorry, not Timmy. Sorry, somebody was saying that they didn't think Timmy Stu was gonna be like a big points guy anymore. Holy Forsberg, hell yeah!
Yeah, it was a huge save by Forsey.
Oh man, Perron went in with the extra cross check, and Werenski did not like that.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Perron never played for the Blue Jackets. I feel like he would be a kind of guy that just gets paid by the Blue Jackets and says, "All right, let's get her going."
He also, to me, seems like a guy who could have played for like Boston or Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys. Oh man, he actually got a glove on that. Nice save. No, I was gonna say sorry. The commentary on Tim Stützle was that um, could he be a 90-point guy, and that people were like, look at his point totals. He's only got like 71 points this season. But to me, I'm like, hey man, I'd rather take a guy scoring 70 points and us making the playoffs than him scoring 90 points like he did 2 seasons ago and we miss.
Yeah. I mean, we were pretty close to the playoffs that year, but
We were, but
yeah.
Point still stands.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see him get back to the 90 to maybe 100 point totals.
Hey, we're all hoping out here.
Yeah. And that's mostly where my question came from. If I think Jake Sanderson or Tim Stützle will be the more impactful player moving forward, and to any of our listeners, where do you stand on that? Do you think Sanderson or Stützle will be more impactful? Just drop your answer in the chat.
Oh yeah, we got to get a little poll going.
Yeah. Also, just putting it out there, Dean Evison looks like a James Bond villain.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Super nice guy, though, according to some athletic articles I have read.
Interesting. Dude looks really mad.
We got a tussle. Once again, I am ahead of your stream, but
that's okay. Love a good tussle.
A tussle.
Yeah, I'm at like 15:30 right now.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Oh, damn.
Oh my gosh.
Friggin' dropped him.
Damn.
Was that Greg? I feel like that was a Greg thing. No, it was Highmore. Okay.
Strictly AM.
So we're gonna tank now so we get the Leafs still. Whoa.
We still gotta secure the playoff spot. So
yo, you know what's gonna happen? Okay, what if Sens move into third, Tampa passes the Leafs, we still play the Leafs in the first round, Man, Corrali did not. Everything else, Corrali doesn't like the tap on his heel. That's funny. If Highmore gets the extra 2, oh man, he is bloody. Ottawa's getting the power play out of this.
Ottawa. The Ottawa Senators of Ottawa, Ontario.
Correct.
Yeah, it's true.
Man, there are so many posts about Demidov right now.
Dog, God. I'm tired. I'll tell you that much.
Doug Demidov?
Doug Demidov of the Dimsdale Demidovs?
Yeah.
What a show.
It's a 4-on-4. Oh, they're still chirping each other in the box there.
Yeah. Oh. Fuck. It's not a goal, so you're good.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert. What the hell, dude?
Just, I don't know what to tell you, man. Your connection's kind of broke, brother.
No, man. I blame Bell.
Well, yeah, that's who I'm blaming as well.
Go Sens, go! Jeez, Batherson friggin' robbed, man.
That was the fuck.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What a tough look.
Yeah.
Brutal. Damn, and that was a nice play too. He
Yeah.
had space.
Stützle was dancing as well.
Yeah.
Finally.
Oh. It's too bad Timmy and Cousins both play center. I'd like to see them on a line together at 5-on-5.
Could be interesting for sure.
Well, come on, guys. Get at least one. We need a live stream Selly here, okay?
Yep. Because I'm live stream tired. My game was late last night.
Valid.
Yeah. I don't know if I can do the full one, but I'll give it my best to stay on as long as possible.
Your good old college try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough. At least this game's only going to 9:30. You don't have to stay up too late.
Yeah, it's true.
Man. Okay, Forsey got that one. As long as Forsey can, line right up to those pucks, we're fine.
Yep.
One thing I actually wanted to talk to you about is, did you see Chaz Lucius, the Winnipeg Jets prospect, his statement?
Yeah, it's terrible. Like, I feel really bad for him.
Yeah, for anyone who wasn't keeping track on that, Chaz Lucius, drafted by the Winnipeg Jets, he mentioned that he was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and that it's a hereditary disorder, and essentially he's retiring from hockey. Still really young. It's really tough to see that. And yeah, I really feel for the guy. But I did like in his statement, he mentioned that he's looking forward to being an advocate for EDS. So that's really cool. And I think that it takes a lot of strength to, take something that's really negative and hard hitting and ends your professional hockey career essentially, and be able to turn around and then become an advocate for that. So shout out to Chaz Lucius.
Yeah, I think it takes a lot of courage to step away from something that you've been doing for, 20 some odd years. And he was a top prospect as well.
Yeah.
And you got to feel for him because, frig, I would not want to have to make that decision, but obviously it's gutting. So yeah, I mean, hope for the best on his road, well, the rest of his life, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. In other news, my disdain for Biznasty continues.
Fair.
He is too big of a Leafs fan for me. Not liking it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like feels like everything he does is a bit of an act. It's kind of annoying.
It does feel like that, eh? He's definitely a character.
Yeah, I feel like people are gonna come into the chat and roast me, say you're just the same type of guy. Be like, you don't know me.
You don't know me.
Yeah, I mean Chris does. Chris knows me. But yeah.
Shout out, Chris.
Shout outs to Chris.
Detroit's still up on 1-0 on the Habs. So
1-0 on that.
If the Sens want to clinch tonight, they gotta step it up here.
I'm a bit confused.
Oh,
I think is Columbus taking a penalty?
I don't know, but Greg took a little tumble there.
A tumble in the corner.
Yes, he did.
I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for the Ottawa Senators to score a power play goal.
I mean, you would hope so at this point. If they don't,
yeah.
I think I'm going to...
What are you going to do, Matt? Say it.
Wow. The Columbus bench is yelling at the refs.
Yeah, they were not happy.
The refs give another 2 on sportsmanlike. Oh yeah, that's a
That
tough slash
is,
there.
in fact, a
Refs.
penalty.
I get it. Like I get why he's mad, but you can't do that.
Yeah.
But hey, if Perron can get in their heads, I'm all for it.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, Sens, this is your time. 3 shots on their last power play. Obviously, no goal. It all starts here. The 2-goal comeback. Ooh, Sandy, nice little move.
A little dipsy doodle. A little how do you do?
A little razzle dazzle. Come on. Oh my God, everyone's stumbling and fumbling out there. Columbus is shooting on their own goalie. I mean,
Yeah,
love
that was crazy. That was a good back check there by Dylan Cousins.
Back check, forecheck, paycheck, baby.
That's like Kawhi Leonard's boardman gets paid. Man, what an athlete Kawhi Leonard was.
Back in the heyday of 2019.
Yeah. That was so sick.
Oh my God. Did you remember when the Sens had David Lagwand?
Yep. Of course I do. Then we traded him
and Leonard.
And Leonard and got a first back.
And that was Colin White.
That's crazy.
I'm still shocked that the Sens didn't take Konechny.
I know.
They already had CC. Konechny was like hometown guy. He'd played for the 67s. I thought it was a surefire thing, and then
yeah,
haha.
And Konechny was unbelievable for the 67s.
Yeah.
So it didn't make a ton of sense to me why you wouldn't take, because they took Konechny first overall.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Oh, Jesus. You're about to see quite the razzle dazzle here.
Oh no.
I think Matthew Olivier is going to get a penalty. Maybe more than one.
Oh, Shane the not Dane Pinto.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You take your hands off of Shane Pinto. What?
This is the second game that Olivier's done like some form of check to the head.
Dude, that was some fucking Paleolithic or Neolithic behavior coming out of Olivier there.
Yeah, he is as brain dead as they come.
Wow. You know what's really funny? Actually, I saw like Mark Mathod had tweeted something about like Olivier being like, I don't know, a beast of a player or something like that. And then literally like the next game, he was just smacked.
Oh yeah, he was, and rightfully so. Like what he did was like it was a hit to the back of the head.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing, there's no way he's not getting a penalty here.
No. See, now your Bell thing being in the future, I'm at a disadvantage here.
Are they just trying to figure out if it's going to be a game misconduct, or because there's no way he doesn't get a penalty? He checked the guy's neck.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? Oh, Chris Lee. I don't know how you don't give Olivier a penalty. Literally, there was no hockey play there.
I don't know what's happening.
Dude, like, what a garbage fucking play. Excuse
Yeah.
the language, live stream, but what the hell? There's the dude airdropping behind the bench, and I love that for him.
Yeah.
He is vibing. That dude is vibing.
Have you ever seen that that Instagram reel where it's like no regular person can just do, 5 times 1,000, and then the person's like 5,000. He's like, yeah, you used a calculator. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh my God, it's so funny. And every time, like, he'll go, what's like 20,000 times 5? And he's like 100,000. He said, yeah, guys, he's using a calc. Chat, for those who don't know, calc is short for calculator. That's just for those people in chat. And now we're live streaming every now and then. I just keep thinking how funny it is. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, I was gonna see if I could. I'm gonna present here. Present share screen.
Oh.
We're gonna share this. Actually, that will not work. Hold up. Tough look. Here we go. All right, look, we got our look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Look how fancy this is. We got the whole thing going here.
Does it
This is
ever bug anybody else how much Tim Stützle falls?
Yeah, sometimes he falls more than I like him to, but he's gotten a lot better at it this season.
Yeah.
Than
And I'm not saying he's diving in that respect, of course.
No, I get what
never
you're
say
saying.
that.
You just wish he was stronger on his skates.
I think he toe picks a lot.
Yeah, I've noticed that sometimes too. Actually, now that you mention it,
Like, I think he's one of the better skaters on the Sens, but yeah, I just think he like picks a toe. I don't know why it's weird to say that, but
all right. Well, this is certainly a hockey game.
yeah. So far, it's a boring one.
Yeah, I'd really like to see a Go Sens goal right now.
Yeah.
I
Chat,
like the
for
energy.
those who don't know, Go Sens goal is a goal the Senators score. Yeah.
We're gonna get one. Trust me, chat.
Yeah.
It's all I've ever wanted was a Sens goal against the Columbus Blue Jackets on April 8th.
Jesus, Adam Gaudette had one of like the craziest stick handling in a phone booths you'll ever seen in about, I don't know, 15 seconds.
Dude, you know what? I want you to pull your stream back. I can't I can't believe the disrespect here. The spoiler alerts from this man.
It was good.
No, I know it was nice.
I would actually, I don't know, I might be wrong here, but I will gladly be behind stream. Just so if they score and I was like intending to watch it, I love coming to see that they've scored.
That's good to know. Also, my father-in-law said we need Ottawa to help the Habs. He is a Habs fan.
Indeed, on that, mon frere.
I'm gonna say, help yourselves.
Yeah, help yourselves there, big Joe Mufferaw.
Mufferaw. You know what's funny? He's texting me that they're only down a goal.
Yeah, Sens are down 2.
You hate to see it. I'm gonna have
to keep this up. So my buddy Jordan is listening to the stream.
Hey,
and he would like us to start a poll of viewers on whether Nashville sweeps Ottawa in 2017 if Ottawa gets past Pittsburgh.
What the hell? What kind of weird question?
He's an odd fella. He is a Nashville fan.
Not that much.
I know. I feel for him. It should have been a good year, but it wasn't.
Bad year for sure.
I mean, I've told him this, and I'd go on record saying that I don't think Nashville has a goddamn chance against that Ottawa Senators team.
You know what? Pecorine, I think, gives them a chance in that if that was like a series.
But if he played how he played against Pittsburgh, I think it's signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh man, this is devastating. I thought we'd have at least a Sens goal in here.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Here's the stats we're looking at right now. Man, and we're getting domed in the face-off circle. Look at this. That is brutal. That's a tough look. But, like, the hits and block shots, that's all we care about. I do find it funny, though, that each team has 9 giveaways, but neither team has any takeaways, according to the NHL. How is it a giveaway but not a takeaway? I guess you just, like, cough up the puck.
It's the same way that a embellishment should not result in another penalty.
Chris Lee. Friggin' Chris Lee, man.
Christopher Lee was the actor who played Saruman and Count Dooku.
I love
and that guy was one of the coolest men on planet Earth.
Oh man, but was he as cool as Brady Tkachuk?
Well, I'm gonna give you some facts about him, okay?
All right, sounds good.
So, he played Count Dracula.
Yes, I knew that much.
Yeah, he played Saruman.
Yeah.
He played Count Dooku.
So basically, he's played all of the biggest
villains
in cinema.
He had over 200 acting credits to his name. He was an intelligence officer in World War II for the Royal Air Force.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and he played a crucial role
too, but that's also cool.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is, but super cool. He played a crucial role in many operations, including the Battle of Monte Cassino.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh shit, okay.
We're talking about Brady Tkachuk, right?
He had a Guinness World Record as the tallest leading actor at 6'5".
Interesting. That is.
Yep.
Wow.
He also was his cousin wrote the James Bond books. So he was like a James Bond connoisseur.
And yet never was cast as James Bond, so.
I know. It's kind of crazy if you think about it.
Oh, man.
And he was in his 90s when he played Saruman last.
That's actually wild.
Yeah.
For those of you who are tuned into our stream, I promise you this isn't a stream about Hollywood actors who have played villains. This is a stream regarding your Ottawa Senators. I promise. Perron just kind of got punched in the face, but we just keep playing.
I also Jordan seems to think that you know what's up about Rene. And listen, yeah. I think Rene was incredible. He was the reason they got to the Stanley Cup final.
Correct.
He just lost steam.
Also,
and Jordan, their defense was incredible too.
Jordan's gonna hate me because I still think the Sens win that series, but I think
no, I agree.
A penalty for the Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here! Look at these crybabies. Look at Steve. He gets shoved and he raises his head like, "Come on, bro."
Yeah.
just take the L and fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. If there are children listening, please. I'll put 25 cents in the swear jar later.
Yeah. Stay in school. Because if you don't, you're going to end up like one of us.
Who also went to school?
Yeah, we both went to school.
And here we are drinking beers on a Tuesday.
I only had one.
What date is?
It was tasty.
Yeah, I'm almost done. This was a tall can. This is the 20% larger than tall can.
Yep. They also have they have another beer. It's called a 3-speed. and it's very good.
A 3-speed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Highly recommend.
Dude, what are some of these commercials? I swear
yeah.
are really insane.
Yeah.
Like, you know when you watch the Super Bowl, you get those commercials that you're like, whoa, this is wild, but like
Yeah.
amusing or even hilarious. You get some of these ads on hockey games, it's like I just want to ram my head through a wall because they're so deranged and not
Yeah.
enjoyable to watch. And I'm like, who did the marketing for this? Like this stupid Play Ojo commercial, idiotic. It's like gambling addiction. If you hear a tune and you're like, oh my god,
Play
I need to get my
Ojo.
phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, don't
It's
shill
crazy.
for them. They haven't paid us.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh man. Then you get these truck commercials and they're like, do you have a good job? Do you like being an alpha male? Then buy our truck because it's better.
Yeah.
Do you like tariffs?
Have you liked sleeping with your brother's sister's friend's
All
cousin?
right. Okay, let's
You
go.
might drive a Ford truck.
All right, we gotta cut that shit out.
Free advertising.
All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna clip it. This is gonna appear like someday one of us is gonna be in some public position, and this is gonna come out that what you said about Ford trucks, and all of a sudden we're done.
Everybody says this type of stuff. I don't think I'd be canceled for that.
No, probably not. Especially
Yeah.
because you're talking down about truck drivers.
Yeah.
That's always like brownie points.
Yeah, true. However,
Dude,
I will say this: those who drive trucks for a purpose,
jeez, are you
hell yeah.
kidding me? Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I was shook at that great setup that resulted in
I know, it was
no
sick.
goal. Sorry, I shouldn't say resulted in no goal, but resulted in the puck not entering Columbus's net.
Yeah, very true, very true.
You know, you know what? No, I have to stand by my. Is that not?
I thought it was a penalty too.
Is I know Ottawa's on the power play, but refs can call an additional penalty. It's like
Yeah.
this crazy concept called a 5-on-3 power play.
Yeah.
They're allowed to have it.
During my game yesterday, I think it was about 7 or 8-3 for us, and I started feeling really bad for the other team, and specifically the other goalie. But the refs obviously put the whistles away, so
Yeah.
the other team was getting away with some egregious stuff.
That's rough.
It was rough for them.
Dude, I am like watching this Sens power play and just hoping. Oh, Stützle, my guy. I just want you to shoot, buddy.
Yeah, it's just not a very.
Timmy
good
Stu is my
power play.
favorite player, but I just want to see him friggin' wire one top shelf, you know?
Me too. He's got a wicked shot.
Yeah.
So does
remember that
Zetterlund.
dude- Yeah, I know. Both of them I'd love to see in either slot, or sorry, either circle.
Yeah.
One in each circle and just.
Oh,
I
there
get
we
it.
go.
Dude, why would you spoil it for me? I hate you.
No, you're gonna like it.
Okay. Oh, no way. No, don't do this to me. No. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Give it to me. Let's go! Zetterlund, baby! Let's go! I said it, dude. I called it.
I know. I think
Go!
it's even more comedic that I am 15
Zetterlund,
seconds ahead of you.
Zetterlund, Zetterlund.
Oh, he even tossed the monkey off his back.
Dude, I respect it. I friggin' love this guy. Hell yeah, man. Oh my god. Zetterlund doesn't even care. Oh my god. Huge monkey off the back. there.
Huge.
What a
That's a
beauty.
Panzer monkey. See what I did there, Panzer Wolf? Shout outs to Panzer Wolf for attending the stream.
Panzer Wolf's out. Panzer Wolf's gonna go back to the factory to build some more Panzers for sure. Dude,
It's a sick
I'm
name.
pumped. Zetterlund killing it.
If you
Look at
can
that. Look at that
tell us the
tail.
history behind your Panzer Wolf name, that would be sick.
Dude.
What?
You can tell we're history majors just by, one, my comment, but also then your follow-up comment. Dude, I'm gonna have to get another beer. Mine's almost out.
Okay, go for it. I can hold down the stream.
No, I'll wait till intermission. I'm
fair
too
enough.
high with that.
What the fiduciary committee?
Dude, this ain't showing up in the algorithm for the youths. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This one, nah. Fantilli, more like I don't actually.
It's fan chilly outside. Hey.
Oh man. Man, we are barely holding this thing together, aren't we?
Yeah. I don't know if we've ever done a stream this long.
It will be 2.5 hour stream. Oh my god. Dude, look at my headset. It's falling apart here.
You need a new headset. My dad took my microphone, so I'm using my... How do I sound, by the way?
It's actually fine. It's not as crisp and clean as your regular mic, but it's fine.
That's good. I bought this because it has a good mic.
Ooh, nice.
And I think...
Yeah,
I like Forzy's game. What do you think about re-signing him?
See, that's hard for me because I still think Marilainen. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I don't know about that one.
Interesting.
What do you think about the possibility of re-signing the one and only Anton Forsberg?
I do love Forzy, and I think he's a good veteran backup. I could see this late play helping his case to be re-signed. Oh yeah, Panzerwolf. We knew it was a tank, but I just kind of was wondering.
Panzerwolf. We're both history. We graduated with history degrees.
Yeah,
that's probably why we liked your name, but
yeah, it's
also because we're nerds and losers. But Levy deserves a call up. Forzy can help a rebuilding team. You know what? That's fair. You look at guys. What's his name? I don't know if I'd call them rebuilding, but you look at a team like Vancouver, for example, and they brought in Lankinen because obviously Demko's had injury issues. And I wouldn't say Canucks are a rebuilding team, but they're a team that's kind of like, not good enough to be a playoff contender, but not bad to be a basement dweller. They're in that kind of normally what I would call like the Sens range of mediocrity. Yeah, so I can see that, Panzer, for sure. It'd be interesting to see him. Like, I could see him potentially going to a club like Chicago and getting a lot of starts there.
I doubt that. Specifically Chicago because Spencer Knight and
I actually forgot about Knight. But maybe I would hate to see it, but I could see a team maybe like Detroit if they don't have actually they have a ton of goalies, so maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm actually running out here.
I could see
maybe Minnesota as backup to Gustafsson.
I could see no, because Jesper Wallstedt. I could see Edmonton.
Yeah, that's
being interested in him. Because let's face it, Stuart Skinner is not the paragon of structure and stability. And Forsberg has shown he can play 35 plus games. So, it's
also strictly AM says that it's an underrated goalie market this offseason. I haven't actually looked, so I'm not sure who the big free agents are. I imagine guys like Cam Talbot, he was probably on a 1-year. Reimer will be a free agent, and he's been decent for Buffalo. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's a tough one with 20 seconds left in the period. From a guy who should
because earlier in the play, the guys were calling a possible offside, so I'm interested to see, and that it goes off his stick or his skate. Oh, that could be interesting too.
Dude, do you know what's tough though? Even if this gets called back, like Matt and Paolo and Clevin, they need to have
Yeah,
their
they've
ice
had a
time
really
limited.
rough game.
Their game has been really
Yeah,
painful. Let's
I'm
see
of the
this.
firm belief. I mentioned it
That's a
earlier,
deflection though. That's not a kick.
but I think it's mostly the action after. Oh, okay. Well, I guess there was no offside earlier. But
Yeah,
anyways, like those are two guys that have just been kind of like mediocre tonight, and
yeah,
so you play your top four and just let them ride. Um,
yeah. If he had made more of a kicking motion, before that puck goes in, but it was more so like it deflected and then he pushed his leg forward. So, oh well, that's a tough goal to allow though, with a couple like
what is
20
going
seconds
on?
left.
What is happening?
I could not tell you. What?
Why is this happening?
That is a good question.
Because they started playing again. Are they just checking the time?
They're going back. They're like,
Okay.
we need to give the goal back to Ottawa. Actually,
Yeah,
this guy should have been booted from the game. Tough look
agreed.
for look at that friggin' guy.
I mean, if we're going into the intermission, I'm going to hop out for a sec as
Do,
well.
do you mind if I grab a drink
Yeah, sure.
before? Okay, I shall be back.
Yeah,
Hold the fort, Matt. I believe in you. I'll be
thanks.
right back.
This is so funny. The Sens are pulling their goalie to get a 6-on-5 for a second. I love the tenacity. Yeah, what can you say? I mean, we got a goal, so that's good. Hopefully the boys can kind of bounce back after a not so great goal, but that's okay. I think going back to the Forsberg conversation, though, I could definitely see them re-signing him if that's the case for a backup, just because you need some consistency. So yeah, who knows what the backup situation looks like. But now that Matt's back, I get to leave.
Wow. Well, folks, now that Matt's left, the real fun can begin. You know, I have to say, really wish that the Sens weren't down 3-1. Wow, I love the NHL. They're like, hey, you know what? If somebody's watching Game Center at intermission, let's put little friggin' Zambonis out. Look at this thing. This is actually hilarious. Imagine if they actually put like little trackers in the Zambonis, that this was like real time live tracking the Zambonis. Now that is something the NHL should invest money into. Now, trying to think, I was gonna make a comment when I left, and then I came back completely forget what I wanted to talk about. But oh man, the Ottawa Senators, dude. Oh, they actually do have a timer of how much time's left in the intermission. That's actually kind of nice. It doesn't refresh every second, but that's all right. All right, Sens fans, we've got you in the chat. I want you to know, did the Sens have it in them to pull out a win here? You're the experts. You tell me. Are Sens gonna pull out a dub here? Do I dare go and check social media? That's the other question. Let's see what people are saying. Oh God, I see a Sens fan saying "Go Habs." That is tough look. Although they did tie it up. Who scored? Wow, Demidov doesn't have 23 goals yet this season. Bust. I don't even think he's playing tonight. Still, bust. That means his first game's probably going to be against the Ottawa Senators, actually. Demidov. And I shall be at that game. Going for a little Go Sens Go action. Who else we got playing tonight? Looks like the Leafs and Panthers also tied at 1. That one's in the second intermission. We got the Bruins up 4-2 on the Devils. Penguins up 2-0 on the Blackhawks. Preds and Isles tied at 2. Stars up 2-0 on the Canucks. We got a couple of late games tonight, but it's a school night for your boy here, which actually just means that I work in the morning, so that ain't going to happen. Anyway, I want to know, how are you fine folks doing? How are the vibes around the Sens game right now? Do you think the team comes back? Do you think that the Sens take the L tonight? Do they have to rely on the filthy Habs to get them into the postseason? Big questions. Victoria, you have to have faith. You know what? That's very fair. And we're having faith right now. Although Matt has ditched me, it is a one Matt show right now. Very devastating for me and my morale. But hopefully the other Matt can come back. Also, really disappointed that they just had the Zambonis go around multiple times. Come on, like, give me some like Timbits hockey out here. Come on, NHL. Animate a Timbits hockey game. Animate like the little bubble bash they do. Give me some friggin' prime minister's race. All right. How's Mackenzie King doing? You know, where's Lester B? I want to see the boys running circles around this thing. Maybe at Nationwide, that's maybe a little too on the nose here, with them being the Blue Jackets. That's Civil War, but you know what? Close enough. I'm keeping this up. Maximum effort. That is great. That's going to stay there for the rest of the intermission. Thank you, Vic. Much appreciated. And then when other Matt comes back, I'm going to be like, this was me. I earned this. I'm not going to tell him how this came up. I'm just going to be like, that's it. That's all he's got. Oh, I muted the game and it just like got very quiet. Imagine being me and talking all the time. Oh my God. Do you guys remember when Brady Tkachuk called Brendan Lemieux a brickhead? Dude, actually, Bar Down posted a video, I guess via Scouting the Refs. Brendan Lemieux, the one and only who the LA Kings said they would rather have on their team. Was it Jonathan Quick? Who was it at the time? I can't even remember. Maybe Drew Doughty. Somebody said that they'd rather have Brendan Lemieux on their team than Brady Tkachuk. Brendan Lemieux had just got suspended 4 games in the Swiss League's playoffs because he punched a linesman. Jeez, bro. Not a smart player, this Brendan Lemieux. Oh yeah, he went for the other guy, but he like gave a nice little right jab to the linesman, and the linesman went down. I mean, I don't know if it was really that hard of a punch, but shout out to Locked On Sens for retweeting that, so that we got that on our timeline. Blessed to get that on our timeline. What else do we got here? Is anybody else going around looking at those bookmark tweets, or like, you know, got anything saved that they're like going after anybody for? I've seen some stuff against Wings fans, because the Wings fans have really been, you know, all season it seemed like talking crap with Sens. Off season they're like Sens trash, and now Detroit. See ya, buddy. You're not making the playoffs, Detroit. Cheers, and enjoy crying at home again. Oh man. And for those of you who didn't know, Claude Giroux's assist on Zetterlund's goal was the 750th assist of Giroux's career. It's a good day for Sens hockey. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe not a good day for Sens hockey overall. We're still going to wait and see on that one. But here's hoping something good happens tonight. I want the Sens to come back. They did against the Rangers, did against the Bruins. They can do it against anybody. All right? And you know what? This city's ready for playoffs. I hope that they release tickets to the rest of Sens fans. I know that'll happen soon. I imagine that they've been really trying to keep things locked down until I don't know, playoffs are truly 100% locked down for the Sens, but they got to be released soon. I went out, I got a pair of tickets for one of my friends. I've known them since I was a kid. They're huge Sens fans, not season ticket holders, because they have a little one that they just had in the fall. Yeah. Tell me about your favorite game I've been to this year. Well, Nick, for the vibes. What's the best game I've been to this year? Damn, that's a good question. Home opener was great because Olmark stood on his head. The atmosphere was good. Damn. You've stumped me there, Nick. I will have to think on that one. I'm trying to think, though, what intense games I've been to that were a lot of fun. I don't think I've ever seen the Sens beat Nashville. And so the Sens beating Nashville earlier this season and seeing that live, and also I think my tickets got upgraded to the 100s, so that was kind of dope. Seeing the Flyers come back and beat the Sens, not very dope. Wasn't happy at that one. Had nice seats. Actually got a free drink because I knew the waitress for our row. I knew her personally, so she snuck me a free cider, which is like $10,000 in value, so that was mad respect to her. Boston comeback was good in January. Oh yeah, the 8-1 game. How did I not remember the 8-1 game? That was a lot of fun. I was at that one as well, Nick. That was fun because it was so ridiculous, and I was like, I don't know if I'll ever see a game like this live again, so that was a lot of fun. Here, let me pull up. I need to pull up the Sens schedule, actually. Here we go. Sens schedule. If I can type. Let me see, because sometimes I'm just bad at remembering which games I've been to. Okay. Not April. Let's go back. I have to say, Saturday, February 1st, great night because I wasn't at the game, but Sens won 6-0 on my wedding night, so can't complain about that one. That was a good game. Matt himself is back.
Yeah.
We're talking about favorite games that we've been to this season.
Home opener?
Yeah, I mentioned home opener. I'm trying to look at the history of games that I've been to this season and what stood out as like a big one that I really enjoyed.
Yeah. I was 4-0 going into games, and then I went to a Buffalo. Oh, I went to Colorado and Buffalo recently, and it was terrible.
I was at both those as well. Brutal.
Yeah. Not ideal.
I'm just trying to see. It's funny because I'm like looking at the Sens schedule and I'm like, oh man, I've been to a bunch of stinkers at home games.
Yeah.
Trying to find a good one. That 8-1 win against St. Louis definitely won.
Yeah, I was there too. That was sick.
Nice. Sadly, I think I was at. Oh, you know what? The Boston comeback win was shootout. I was at that game. That was a sick game.
And Marilinen was cooking in the shootout.
Yeah, that was my early birthday gift. Was that game because well, I guess on my birthday itself, the Sens lost 2-0. So, I also sadly I went to the Sens Leafs game where the Sens lost to the Leafs, not the one where they beat the Leafs. So that was tough L because Leafs fans were horrendous that night. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't had the best home record this year, which is. Oh, you know what? The San Jose Sens game was fun because Ottawa was like looking really rough in that one, and it was slow, and then they kind of just picked up steam and got the win. So that one was nice too.
That's huge. Yeah.
I was supposed to be at the 4-0 Sens game that they just won against Columbus on Sunday, but I had a family event. So
Damn. You got another Amsterdam brew?
no. So I am drinking a Thornbury cider
Nice.
from Thornbury, Ontario. Shocking, I know.
Nice.
It's a craft apple cider that they make in small batches, completely with Ontario apples. So we love that.
Yep.
Not that it matters for me, but if you're out there and you can't have gluten free
Oh,
cider, and I've actually never tried this before, so this is like a first time try.
that's good to know. That's good to know.
Oh yeah, refreshing, crisp, and made in Canada.
Damn.
Dude, maybe they'll give us a sponsorship.
Yeah, we need to get some sponsors up in this.
I'm gonna just do this for like every cider company because I'm a big cider guy, and we'll see
Big
whoever's
cider
first to
guy.
sponsor the Senstennial.
I like
That's
it.
that's who I'll put down in my books as like the best cider company.
The Blue
Nick,
Jays
Nick is a
are also
connoisseur.
up 4-1.
Dude, screw the Blue Jays, man. I'm a Sens boy right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm gonna choke on my friggin' alcohol.
Uh-oh.
Have I tried the Saunders Farm? Nick, I have. No, wait, which one have I tried? I think I've only no. You know what? I tried a flight from Saunders Farm, but last time I went there was like 2 or 3 years ago. But they had a flight where I tried. I think one. They had 1 or 2 ciders and then like 2 beers or something. But I had a flight of drinks, and Saunders Farm does some decent ones. But you know what? Actually, I like this more than the ones that I had at Saunders Farm. This is pretty solid.
Hey, love to see it. Love to hear that.
Dude, I love how they say crisp and premium cider. They call their own cider premium. That, you know what? I respect that.
Huh.
All right, third period incoming here.
Celiac friendly. Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah, one of my cousins is celiac, so my grandmother, reluctantly. Well, I shouldn't say reluctantly, but love her. But at holidays, she always makes like a gluten-free meal for
Oh.
my cousins, two of my cousins, and then like the normal meal for everyone else. I shouldn't say normal. Well, I guess it is like I don't know, non-gluten-free meal for everyone else, and respect.
Yeah,
Grandma Matt, Grandma Matt is
Beck's mom
good
is
grandma.
celiac as well, and
Mm.
we kind of do the same thing. So
You haven't questioned the maximum effort that's on the screen, and I was waiting forever for you to question that, and you did.
dude, I looked at that a long time ago. I didn't even see it on the screen, but I saw that and I was waiting to like bring it up, but we kind of talked. We've been talking about various things. Uh Listen, I think maximum effort is now it's even funnier having said it out loud.
It's great. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So we can thank Vic for that one. Vic,
Yes.
shout out. Love it.
Shout it.
Oh, come on. I thought we were getting into the third period, and we've got friggin' stupid commercials again.
Bruce Garriock.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Have you seen him on stuff recently?
On stuff. Like,
Or like on TSN recently?
no, actually, no, I haven't. That's a good point. I
Yeah.
have not seen the Bruce Garriock on TV lately.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Yikes! Did you see what Laviolette said about the
Oh my
Rangers?
God, I don't go into the room after games.
Dude,
Cooked.
are you not their coach?
Yeah,
Dude, that's
like brother man. What
dude. Once he coaches Torts with his thing to just like, oh my god.
I don't know what coaches need to do, but some of them can be stupid as hell.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Like how many times did we get we didn't get the bounces. Like
Oh my
dog, we
god.
no. I can't keep hearing this.
We might
Is
never get
is he
bounces again.
still a assistant coach in the NHL?
DJ?
Yeah,
I don't know if LA actually kept him, to be honest with you.
DeGeneres Smith.
You know what? I love that chew. That gum chewing, lip smacking man.
But also at the same time, there were a lot of Jolly Ranchers on that bench as well, and I'm wondering if he was a Jolly Rancher guy, and every time we saw him chewing something, it was a Jolly Rancher.
Dude, you know what? I would have respected the hell out of him if he had just pulled out like one of those massive gobstoppers you can get
Oh,
at Bulk Barn. Dude, if he just popped one of those and was like a gobstopper all
that'd
game,
be
mad
nuts.
respect.
That'd be
Alright.
nuts.
Maybe we can get a little Go Sens go in this third period.
Yeah, can we get a quick Go Sens go in chat? If we don't get one, I'm probably gonna leave.
You did this, chat. You did this to poor Matt. Oh yeah,
Thanks.
me.
Let's go.
Vic was like debating it and then heard your threat and was like, "Oh, I gotta follow
Yeah.
through for
Yeah.
sure." What is this?
Yes,
The camera person's like, "Look at that 2-2 score between the Islanders."
I know, I saw that too. It was very specific.
Hell yeah, Panzerwolf. See, we got a couple of Go Sens goes. You know, we're gonna Go Sens go this game.
Love good Go Sens go in chat.
Oh my gosh! You know what? Okay, I like that Perron effort there. That was looking pretty hot.
Yeah.
Dude, I love a dialed-in Sanderson. His face there. Oh my god, Olivier John
I know.
with Stutzla.
I don't like it.
I like this like nasty game that Perron brings.
Yeah, there was a point last season when Detroit was in the race. And I just loved everything about Perron's game. And I hated playing him.
Yeah, I despise him when he cross-checks Zub.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Despise him.
And it's crazy that they signed the guy that did that. But, what can you do?
I'm pretty sure afterwards he mentioned something to the effect of like apologizing to Zub or owing him a dinner or something, which is pretty funny.
I think that's kind of how that went.
Come on, boys, let's go. Oh my god, Timmy Stew is such a joy to watch. Even if he doesn't do anything. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Even if he doesn't, he looks frustrated tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting a penalty. That's why he's pissed. Poor Tim.
Poor Timothy.
I was going to make a Timothy Goes to School reference, but I think like me and maybe two other people here would know that.
Timothy
looks more absent on the ice without Brady around. That's also a good point. I feel like Timmy's at his best when Brady Kachuk's out there because, I don't know, just a different energy, I guess. So
yeah.
That was the penalty? That was the penalty. Bro.
Bruh.
Bruh. there have been way more egregious non-calls that
Yeah.
have happened in this game. That is bewildering. Jeez. Damn, man. This game, it's you can tell Columbus wants it, but not loving this.
Mm.
All right. Well, the good thing is, this isn't unfamiliar territory for the Sens. Being down 2. Forsberg, best penalty killer actually for the Ottawa Senators. So,
I feel like you haven't looked at our stream thing yet.
I haven't. Son of a.
Yeah.
Son of a. Bah! Dude, this is all my fault, actually.
I don't know.
The cannon guy is like absolutely vibing tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough look. Yeah, I haven't actually been looking at the tracker over here because my other monitor is the one that's streaming the game. So it's
Yeah, fair.
I'm looking over here and then wow, he had so much time.
Yeah. Not a single person on him. Yeah, I feel like we just got to chalk this one up to well, shit happens.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Me, Mario.
This is a tough one. Damn.
Yeah, honestly. Damn. Is all I gotta say.
You know what though? This could have been this home stretch could have looked a lot different if the Sens had lost 2 of 3 or 3 of 3 against the Blue Jackets. So at least they've won 2 of 3. If this one ends up being an L, then they look ahead, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
They got the Habs Friday. I imagine the Habs will have Demidov, so they'll probably be fired up a bit.
Yeah.
But hopefully the Sens can just calm things down and not get swept by the Habs this season. Because that would bring much pain to me. Oh, man, that chip was... Ugh. I like Sean Monahan, too. When I was younger, I would go to the 67s games, and you'd have Monahan and Toffoli and Konechny and Cece. Those were the days. Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Well, I don't know if that was an icing call, but at this point, we'll take anything, any positive call for the Sens.
Yeah.
Man, how are the Sabres up 3-0 on Carolina?
Honestly, mostly because the Sabres are just a product of toxic loserism.
Okay.
Oh, they are. Like they suck when it matters and they're good when they aren't. Or when it doesn't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, at this point in time, the other game that I've been looking at is actually the Leafs Panthers game because the Panthers are out shooting the Leafs 31-15.
Damn.
It's 2-1 Panthers with about 10 minutes to go in the third. And if the Panthers win that, then they're 4 points ahead of Ottawa and 4 points behind the Leafs. Tampa's only 2 points behind the Leafs. So, very interesting. It's gonna be spicy. I'm really interested to see who Ottawa ends up facing in the first round.
Yeah.
And I guess they're resting all markup for Friday's game against the Habs because, oh God. Oof.
I think I know the exact moment you just
Yeah.
sick.
All right, where's my Zetterlund hat trick?
Yeah, I got a
I demand a
cool
Zetterlund hat trick for watching the
I got a
entirety of
cool
this game.
Pokemon card on stream. A
Are you
Birabel.
playing TCG Pocket and we're not friends on TCG Pocket? Oh, shit. Oh, man down, man down.
Man down.
Damn, power play Sens, baby.
That's a great poke check by 4Z.
Oh, yeah. We love when Forsberg's doing well. We don't love when Forsberg's not doing well. Wow, that is a terrible play by Monahan. Holy bro.
Yeah.
Relax.
Listen, I'm also going to say I think it's crazy that Adam Gaudette is on the first power play.
Yeah, he has a good shot, but don't know about that one.
Yeah. Like I think the point of his existence, oh my God. Yeah, on the power play is just to sit in front of the net.
But like that doesn't make sense because he's got the shot. So
Yeah,
like,
but that's what he's doing.
weird.
Yeah.
Travis Green is certainly an NHL coach that sometimes does weird things.
He is.
All right, Sens. What if the Sens, they score one goal in this power play, but it counts for like 25?
Then I think that'd be some like Harlem Globetrotters type shit.
I think it should happen, to be honest. In my unbiased opinion, I think that the Columbus Blue Jackets should respect the fact that the Sens wanted to clinch tonight.
Yep, I agree.
And I do not like the disrespect here.
This power play has probably been their most potent one.
And it hasn't even been brought to them by Subaru.
Yeah. Ottawa's on an Otto's BMW.
Or, sorry, Otto's BMW. Subaru is the penalty kill. How could I
need
get things wrong?
Hold on. I'm just gonna send you the chat as opposed to saying it on this. Thanks.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm cheesed. For all of you who have been tuned in, vibing with us, much appreciated.
Yeah.
We're out here.
We're
living life. We're trying to go Sens Goat up. It's not been a very go Sens Goat kind of night. But we're trying right now. It's a tough look here. 12 minutes to go. Sens have not inspired confidence in me. But that's okay. Everyone has a bad night. Zoob.
Zooba-dooba-doo.
The funny thing is, I don't actually even think that Forsberg's had a bad night per se. It's just some defensive breakdowns. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, really. It's just been... Yeah. Don't know. The Bruins are absolutely toasting the Devils right now, 7-2.
That's crazy. I think the Devils are going to be a bit of an easy out for whoever they play.
They've really struggled down the stretch here. I should actually check what the Devils have done down the stretch, because it feels like they've been just kind of riding the momentum, in the points they had earlier in the season. Because Ottawa passed them in points now.
Yep.
Let's see what their schedule's looking like.
Yep.
Okay,
Blue
well,
Jays
you
are
know
up
what?
6-1.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. So you know what? The Devils actually have won their 4 of their last 5 games, so I'll give them that. But it just, I don't know, for whatever reason, they don't feel like a strong team right now.
Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, let's see, 4-5. Oh, whoops, forgot to take that one. So I just want to see like what their last 10 looks like. Okay, so it looks like they're what is that? I can't math. One sec. Oh, I forgot. I only took what? Did I only take 9 games? Oh, I did. I'm the worst. Dude, I can't math. This is awful. All right, let's see here. So what is this? 10 games? 1, 2. Yeah, so the Devils in their last 10, it looks like they're 5 4 and 1. So they've been very average.
Very average indeed.
Yeah. All right, Sens. Can we get one more goal here? I much prefer the Sens clinch on a win than a Detroit loss, but
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Might be headed that way.
Oh, I'm cooked. If they don't score in the next 5 minutes, might have to hop off stream.
Wow. How could you?
Well,
The nice thing is, Erik Karlsson has scored his 200th career goal tonight. So
cool.
love that for Erik Karlsson. Come on, Sens. Give us something to cheer about. The Zetterlund goal was nice. Love
Yep.
that for him. I want one other thing to like celebrate tonight. Man, oh man, this is a slog of a game. I
Yep.
should have known that the third game between Ottawa
Yeah.
and Columbus at this point in the season would be a tough one, but here we are. We got 10 minutes, and then we're done this game. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for Columbus and Columbus fans, like, this is the type of performance they needed to have the first game against us and not the third one, because
Yeah.
those first 2 games would not have inspired confidence to making the playoffs. But now they're basically done like a baked potato. So
Yeah. You know what? I just want the Sens to, even if they have to clinch on the back of a Habs win tonight, I just want them to clinch so that they can rest up some of their top talent. Obviously, Kachuk needs to be. I mean, they've already been sitting him, but obviously he needs a bit more time to get back to as close to 100% as he can be before the playoffs. Jensen, I'd like to see him get rested up.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, and I don't think Belleville has much of an opportunity to make the playoffs because the division they're in is so tough.
Yeah.
So many good teams. Like, Belleville has a winning record, and the teams ahead of them all have better records, obviously.
Yeah.
For those of you mathing out there, but I would definitely consider calling up like Stephen Halliday and giving him a try, because he's probably been their best player. So you got to show some love for that, and maybe give Allmark a chill night off.
Yeah, it also wouldn't be upset to see a guy like Gannett get called up, get some opportunity, but I think the more likely thing that would happen is Jensen would get rested and they'd just put Hamonic in. That
Yeah,
just, to me, would make, like, from a coach's perspective, the most sense.
yeah,
Oh, Zoob's even getting into it now. Oh my God. Dude, like, what is this hockey game?
yeah.
What are we doing here? What was that line change? Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, yeah, it's
Tough
probably,
night for the Ottawa Senators.
yeah. I mean, I don't know about you.
I'm in it till the end, buddy. Even if that was a terrible, terrible line change, and I don't even know what was happening there. Zub was like Van Riemsdyk and Zub were in it, and then yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Honestly, that's crazy. Like they had Gaudette out there, and then they get scored on, and he immediately gets to go back out there. That's
that's
crazy.
that's what I call a go Sens go kind of moment.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is not one of their best games.
No, thank God that this is an away game though.
Yeah, yeah,
If this was a home game, it'd be looking mighty tough.
yeah. Oh, and Montreal just took the lead on Detroit.
Interesting. Not that I'm cheering for them. Although my wife is watching that game downstairs and probably is very happy about it.
Ha.
But that would also put the Habs within 3 points of the Sens, which is kind of spicy. Kind of spicy, especially with the game coming up Friday between the two.
Yeah, very true.
Because if they, like, whoever gets wild card too, they're going to against the Metro because they'll be playing the Caps. Uh, they'll, yeah. And whoever takes wild card one, they stay in the Atlantic, right?
Yeah,
Which it'll be very interesting to see how that goes because at one point people were pretty, or I shouldn't say pretty excited, but people weren't opposed to the Sens playing the Capitals in the first round. So
and the Capitals look not great right now.
oh, I meant to check their schedule too. Actually, I was gonna check theirs and see how they've been doing in their last 10 because we were just talking about the Devils.
Well, Thompson is injured, and I know they haven't been doing so hot.
So let's see. In their last 10, they're 5-4-1, just like the Devils actually.
Yeah,
So yeah, they just lost. Well, as we know, 4-1 to the Islanders because everyone's seen the only highlight they'll play from that game. They beat the Blackhawks, which you'd expect them to.
yeah,
Lost to the Canes, barely scraped out a win against the Bruins. Lost to the Sabres, lost to the Wild, lost to the Jets, but beat the Panthers, Flyers, Red Wings, San Jose. So yeah, they've got wins against teams that they should be winning against. But a bunch of L's in there too, especially lately. So I
yeah,
don't know. That's a matchup that I'm not opposed to, but I still it would be a little annoying to have the Habs pass the Sens just because the optics of it.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Anyway, 5 minutes left in this game. Sens down a whopping 5-1. They can still clinch tonight if the Habs hold on to their lead, but it looks like Montembeau's been getting peppered tonight. So he'll have to hang in
Nice.
there if they expect to win.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, at the beginning of this game. All right, well, doesn't really mean much, but we'll take a shabby goal in there.
Yeah.
It makes it less of a blowout. We take
It's
that.
actually kind of hilarious that Merzlikins was like kind of pissed off about that.
Honestly, I get it though.
5-1.
I get it though. You're as like a goalie, right? You're like son of a. But anyway, I think he was mad because defense wasn't hustling back. He was coasting.
Oh, 100%. That's definitely why he was mad.
Yeah. It's funny because like some of these things, and listen, I'm not trying to pump my own tires, okay? I only play floor hockey as a goalie, so like I don't think I'm top cheese or anything. But it's funny seeing like how some of these guys react, and like I would have the same reaction.
I I try not to blame my D, because I used to, and one of my defensemen kind of skated up to me and was like, "Hey, like, just as an FYI, when you're like when you say shit like that, it doesn't make us want to play for you." And I was like, "Oh,
Damn.
fair enough." And so,
Damn.
yeah, now I don't really call out my D at all,
That's
like
interesting.
Merzlikins did.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I try not to, but sometimes my teammates come up to me and they're just like, "Yo, I'm sorry, that's totally on me." And I appreciate that. Um, yeah. It all depends on context. Like there have been times where like at one point one of my defensemen he brought the ball in front of the net and then like literally a foot in front of me and the other player like forechecked and chopped it off of his stick and into the net. And thankfully
Yeah.
we won that game pretty large, but that was a moment where I was like, bro, come
Oh,
on.
absolutely. Like I think about it all the time. Like I'm like it's pretty simple as a defenseman. Like you don't break out the puck by skating into the slot. You go
Yeah.
on one side or the other. You don't bring it into the slot because it just like it's not going to go well and generally doesn't. So, but all this to say, I think I'm done.
All right, buddy.
Five
No
two.
worries.
It's been
To
yeah,
end it off, though.
it's been great, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and make Matt's life easy for the last few minutes. And ultimately, I just hope that they do make a comeback and win the game. And it was because I left the stream.
That would be huge. Actually, if you left the stream and the Sens came back and won like 6-5 or whatever, I wouldn't let you watch the Sens hockey anymore. You'd be out.
No, that's fair.
We'd fire
That's
you.
fair. All right,
Uh,
Matt. Have a good night.
yeah, no problem. For those of you who are gonna stay in and continue watching with just solo Matt, which now I can put up Vic's message again. We got to have a maximum effort here. Um, Looks like the Panthers are up 3-1 on the Leafs. So if they hold on, that moves the Panthers four clear of Ottawa, but also four behind the Leafs. Tampa Bay is only two behind the Leafs. Panthers, yeah, they just won. Montreal Canadiens are winning 2-1 against Detroit with just about 6 minutes left. So even though Ottawa struggled tonight, a Habs win means that the Sens are in. Did not try to rhyme that, but it ended that way. Other than that, nothing really necessary for the Sens to scoreboard watch. Um, yeah, spicy game. The Islanders also, it looks like, are winning tonight. Did the Islanders just win? Oh my god, I lost it. Had it, lost it. Yeah, the Islanders are winning, so if the Islanders can hang on, they'll move to 80 points. So they could still be in the race. Who told the Sabres the playoffs already started? Yeah, where are the Sabres at actually? Yeah, 3-0 against the Canes. That's too funny. The Sabres are like that. They play better when they're out of it. It's like to start the season they're playing well and then they just fall off and then when they recover it's way too late. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought the Sabres would be in the same kind of place in the standings as Ottawa and Detroit this season, and even Detroit. I didn't think that they were going to be like a top team, but oh no, Forsberg didn't like that or didn't look good on that. I didn't think that Detroit would be like, oh my God, if Zetterlund had scored another, I would have been pumped. Um, excuse me. Yeah, if Detroit had like I didn't expect Detroit to be world beaters, but I expected them to be in a similar conversation as Ottawa and Buffalo, and no, Detroit and Buffalo both just kind of didn't have the same. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, jam. They just didn't have it this season, so I think Detroit loses tonight. Like they're as good as toast. They need to beat the Habs if they want to stay in the conversation, keep their playoff hopes alive. Like I said, the Isles hang on to win. They'll move to 80 points, but the Habs win. They go to 87. Like they have to hope the Habs lose out and they win out, and that's just unlikely because the Habs have been one of the hotter teams in the league. As much as it pains us Sens fans to say that, yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. All right. How many minutes are left in this game? 3. Sweet. This game, it's not gone the way that I think anyone here wanted it to go. It's been a bit of a grind, so I can't say that I'm upset that there's only 3 minutes left. We've also been streaming for 2.5 hours, so as you can imagine, voice losing it. Gonna be gone very soon. All right. Man, been a lot of shots too. You know what? I have to give Merzlikins credit. He's had a good night, but the Sens I don't think have really like had a lot of high danger chances. It feels like I don't know. I don't know what it is. Stützle's been frustrated tonight. I think there's been a few guys who've like really gotten in his face, and Brady Tkachuk's usually pretty good at being a bit of a shield for that and being a lightning rod. And obviously, with him being out of the lineup, the Sens haven't had that. So, 2 minutes to go. Oh, Preds have tied it against the Islanders have 4 goals on 11 shots. Like, hello, what is going on there? Man. Also, man, what is with Steven Stamkos this season? Like, he's up to nearly 30 goals, but dude has been a huge defensive liability for Nashville this season. Otherwise, what do we got going on? Penguins, yeah. For those of you who maybe missed when I commented on this, Erik Karlsson got his 200th career NHL goal today, so that's pretty sweet. Excited for Erik Karlsson. Too bad Erik Karlsson has to be on the Penguins. We dislike the Penguins. Can't have the Penguins having good things. All right. Well, everyone, we're winding down on the game tonight. Canadians are still up 2-1 on the Wings. I can't bring myself to open up the game center for that one, though. You have to stick with the Sens one. Oh, man. Who's been having a bad game tonight? Honestly, defense. Yeah, that Mountain Palo Clevin pairing has been really rough tonight. They. You know what? It makes sense that they've only gotten like 12 minutes because I imagine after they were on the ice for that third goal against, Travis Green was like, nah, Shabbat's had a good game. I'm not really gonna fault Sanderson. Um, he's got 6 shots. He's been doing a lot. But man, oh man, Matt and Paolo and Clevin. That's to me. This is the kind of game that Travis Green's gonna turn around and be like, Travis Hamonic, you're in. Who wants to bet Travis Hamonic in next game just based off this alone? Watch, and then like Travis Hamonic will come in, we'll have like a 3-point night or something ridiculous against the Habs, and Travis Green will ride him for the rest of the season. Oh my god, as if Sanderson can't score that. He can't believe it. Dude. Man. Oh, God. Ottawa Senators, man. It's a roller coaster of emotions. How many shots have the Sens had that have hit Merzlikins in the head in the last 2 games they played against one another? Well, the Sens obviously haven't been great tonight, but I also appreciate that they haven't dialed it in. Or phoned it in, I guess I should say. In other Sens-related news, it looks like the Detroit Red Wings have pulled their goalie against the Canadiens. So, out of curiosity, let's see how that one ends. I can't really bring myself to show it on the screen, everybody, but we can definitely talk about it. God, there's like so many friggin' TSN channels. Oh, I found it. All right, Marty St. Louis. All the shots are pretty much just Sanderson. Yeah, that's fair, X-Call. Dude had a lot of shots tonight. Actually, let's see who had the most shots for the Sens here. Oh, I realize I actually... Let's see. Who had the most shots tonight for the Sens? Oh, whoops. Oh, Zetterlund actually had a bunch. Yeah, you could notice him. Zetterlund was quite noticeable tonight. Batherson was pretty noticeable tonight. Perron was noticeable. I didn't see much from Giroux, to be honest. Stützle was noticeable, but to me, Stützle seemed really frustrated tonight. They were getting in his grill, and Vic said it earlier that Timmy looks more absent without Brady around, and I kind of agree with that. It feels like Timmy is definitely more comfortable when Brady's on his line and can be a lightning rod for some of that stuff. And I think we saw that on, when was it? What game were they playing? Tim Stützle, I can't remember exactly who they were playing, but might have been the Lightning. No, it wasn't Lightning. It was someone else. Anyway, he at the blue line, somebody kind of like shoved a stick near his face or whatever and wanted to fight him. It might have been against the Panthers, and he just kind of was like, nah, and let somebody else, come up to him. And I think that he needs Brady to be that guy for him. But yeah, right now, so it's Sens game over. The Habs just scored an empty netter. So the Ottawa Senators will clinch a playoff spot tonight, barring Detroit scoring 2 goals in a minute. Minute and 6 seconds. And if the score holds in Montreal, Ottawa will clinch a playoff berth for the first time since 2016-17. It's very unfortunate it has to come off the back of a Habs win, but hey, we'll take it at this point. But yeah, sorry, going back to you, X-Skull. So yeah, Zetterlund leads the forward core with 6 shots, and yeah, Sandy on the back end there with 7. All right. Well, on that note, everyone, looking like the Habs are closing this one out. Sens take a 5-2 L to Columbus tonight, but in on good news, it looks like Detroit's gonna lose this one, and that means that your Ottawa Senators have clinched a playoff berth for the first time in 8 years, and the Canadians have scored another empty netter. So it is done and dusted. Um, yeah, so that's all she wrote on that front. Sens playoffs, let's go. It happened in a really crappy way, but we take those. Huge win. No problem, Victoria. Thank you for tuning in. Actually, that's the bigger thing is you, the viewers, tuning in. We really appreciate you. Um, our energy has waxed and waned over the past 2 hours and 40 minutes, but always appreciate everybody tuning in. I think we're gonna do some of these for the playoffs because the playoffs themselves will be wild. Can't wait. But the Sens playoff games I will actually be at, the home ones, so won't do those, but maybe for the away games we'll do some more live streams. But thanks for tuning in. Strictly, yeah, it's happening. Habs 4-1. Sens clinch. Go Sens go. Hell yeah, Panzer. You love to see it. Go Sens go. Sens in the playoffs. Feels good, but also just like weird. It's so weird. We've waited so long for this, and it's finally happening. So soak it all in. We'll pay Montreal back by putting. I surely hope so, Strictly, because I will be there, and if I have to witness a fourth Sens loss to Habs this season, I may just go off the deep end. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for everyone for tuning in. Nearly 3 hour stream, so I'm kind of pooped. Thank you so much, and catch you in the next live stream. See you later, everybody.